But I think it would be so cool to have like a, you know how you have like a sleeve? Like have like a glove on one butt cheek. But then, would that not be sick? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna copy all your tats and put it on one butt cheek.
Just smaller.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
What's up, everyone? It's Jack, and welcome back to my brand new podcast, Me Time, brought to you by me. I woke up very late today, and I almost got a speeding ticket, but the cop was very nice, which I don't usually speed. I was just late, which is no excuse. So don't speed. So today on my podcast is my slay, sexy alpha friend, Vinnie Hacker. Vinnie, would you like to say anything to the camera?
Yeah, I'm really happy to be here.
And I'm happy.
excited.
I'm happy you're here, Vinnie. Thank you for coming on.
No problem.
So I've known Vinnie for about a year and a half, probably.
Yeah.
No, I met you at where did I meet you? I met you through Quinn Blackwell.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah, and I was like, "What's up?"
Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah, and then you're like, "What's up?"
Yeah.
And like it
that happened.
was really awkward. I was like, this guy seems really cool, and I don't know what to say. You know?
That's what people usually think about me when they first meet me.
They all do that.
They all say that out loud, too.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. I had this.
It's okay. It's kind of tough being super cool sometimes.
No, and I totally understand that,
Some of the
Vinnie.
pressure.
No. Vinnie, you've always been like such an amazing friend to me, and
Aw.
we've always been there for each other. And I know we're about to move in with each other, which I'm really excited.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Are you nervous? Are you scared? Do you like not want to move in with me, or do you want to? Or is this something we should talk about? Or
You're asking a lot of questions. You need to calm down.
You're right. I'm nervous.
So you're the nervous one.
Yeah, I am. I'm the nervous one.
No, I am excited, though.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be, I need to, like, I've wanted to have my own place, like, for a while, especially since I've moved so many times, and
Yeah.
every single one of those times I haven't had a place of my own.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've kind of always just been there. So it's nice for me to, like, get a place I can call my own home.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's just if we rent or whatever, but, like, I just want, you know, and
Yeah.
I feel like I need that too,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
being closer to, like, LA and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just going to be, like, a lot more beneficial. And, I mean, I love the guys at the house too, but we all mutually decided to, like, we were like, I'm not at the house a lot because my streaming setup is at the warehouse, and it's just hard for me to, like, have to go back and forth. So it'd be beneficial, like, at this point, especially after such a long time being together.
Totally.
We've already helped each other grow as people.
Totally.
And everything in that aspect. So I think, you know, now is, like, it's come to be the time where
Definitely. Yeah.
I need to move out. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited. It was awesome living with you at the other house, and just like being with everyone. But I'm
Yeah.
really excited to like wake up and see you every day.
oh, it's going to be so fun.
So at the house, it's gonna be you, me, Jet, Adam, Max. We'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
it's
see.
kind of like
I think our biggest thing is we need to find a place first.
Yeah.
And, like, decide what we want. And we need to go view more places because I viewed a few, but there's nothing that's really, like, caught my eye or whatever. So plus I wasn't able to, because you were in Seattle, so I wasn't able to view it with you.
You just need like a good streaming setup and you're chilling, right?
That's all I really care about.
Yeah.
A good streaming setup and like good internet and enough space to, like, work on the cars.
Yeah. And I think that was the problem with us. We've been like, we're both so like nonchalant about it. So it's been taking so long.
We're procrastinators.
Yeah, we are procrastinators, but we're like finally getting on it, which I'm excited for,
Yeah.
you know? I know we've probably like talked a lot about our past life and not past life or
Yeah, we got reincarnated.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. What were we in our past life?
I was a starfish.
You were a starfish?
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
No, you weren't.
I wasn't. I
No,
forgot.
Don't try to be.
Yeah, I think I was trying to be like relatable for a second.
Yeah, well, you're not.
No, I'm not at all, and that's the thing.
How could you do something like that?
Ew, literally, I think that was so pick me. I was like,
Yeah, that was super weird.
Never.
Just
I'm
don't
sorry.
do that again. It's fine.
Okay.
What were you gonna say though?
Yeah, I mean, we know a lot about each other, but not at the same time, you know? So, like, tell me where you grew up. How'd you come to LA?
You don't know that? You don't know where I grew up? I thought we were friends.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, I've literally been to your house.
No, it's fine.
Oh, shit, you're right. Sorry.
Well, I grew up in Seattle. Moved
Cool.
out to LA when I was like 18, like 2 days after my birthday. And I kind of just moved out because I was like, I don't know, COVID had just hit, like my senior year of high school. And so that summer I was like, I'll just move out. And I moved out. And I gave my parents like a week notice. And they were like,
Hey.
sure.
Oh,
So,
I love your family.
yeah, they're really nice.
They're awesome.
They were very supportive.
Very sweet. Reggie.
And
Maria.
Reggie has a full
Nate.
beard at 17.
I know. What is that?
I don't know.
He looks, I mean, like,
He
he
looks
amazing.
older than me.
Yeah.
So when he grows his beard out, he looks older than me, and it's stupid.
No, but I like the stash you're going. It looks good. It
the
fits.
3-day stash and beard.
3
The 3-day
days?
goatee.
I could probably get that in one day, but
You probably could.
Yeah, you know. No, I actually don't. I don't need to shave that often, which is probably surprising because I look like an old man. But
Yeah, you do have a
yeah.
lot of wrinkles.
Yeah, and I'm like really buff and stuff. So
Yeah.
I probably you probably think that I'd grow it in like a day, but no, I don't. It takes like a week or two. Is that insane?
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I would love to like grow those the Miles Teller stashes. I just feel like that it doesn't like fit me. Or what do you think? It might give me a little like masculinity. I don't have a problem with gingers, and I'm sure I'm speaking for Vinny too. I feel like my stash would be ginger, which would like honestly be sick.
You're just saying that because you don't want to offend gingers.
No. Speaking about gingers, do you have a type? Gingers, blondes, gingers. Yeah,
No, not really. Do you? Do you have a type? A specific
Actually,
type?
No. Just someone who's crazy.
Just so crazy
You're
quirky
just
like
so
you.
like yeah, just
like somebody
me.
who just fit your alpha male mentality.
Yeah. I think being like an alpha too. Like
This is turning into one of those like fraternity podcasts. I'm so alpha, and I'm fucking gonna go bench 500 pounds.
Well, you're not alpha. I am.
No, I am.
Okay. We should talk about this later though. Okay.
We'll take it outside. We'll
Yeah.
growl at each other.
Yeah.
See who can frighten the other person more.
That I'm down. But yeah, being like an alpha, I need that a strong, independent woman. Ew, I don't like talking about my type. That's weird. So you're doing like a lot of things with 100 Thieves right now, and I remember when they were like, I don't know if it was like recruiting, but like I went to that first dinner with you, and I had so much fun.
Oh yeah.
And I think one of the great things about us too is like we have our different like hobbies and we enjoy different things.
Yeah.
So it was so cool like going with you and like seeing like how much you enjoy like games and like anime. I don't know. I just think it's like sick, and
Yeah.
I loved like hearing all of it.
All those guys in that community are really nice.
They're all so sweet. Yeah. Like, how's it been in 100 Thieves? Joining that?
It's been super cool. I mean, like, I've been playing video games since I was able to hold like a controller of any sort. So I don't know how young I was, but like I started streaming when I was like 12, and I remember like I put like a fake age because I think that you weren't able to like stream when you're that young. I can't
Really?
I can't quite remember like if that was actually why, or if I just did that so I could be like, yeah, I'm like 16. But I started doing that when I was like 12, and then I started getting traction more when I moved out of Seattle and I moved to LA, and I started getting like a decent amount of viewers and all that stuff, and it was like I remember the first time I had like 50 viewers, I started like freaking out because like the most I've ever had, like that I ever had in high school was like 3, and it was probably like just friends from my high school.
Oh.
So that was like just being able to like join 100 Thieves and like cooperate with them, like play games with them and do whatever and just get to know them all better, is like something that I never thought I'd ever be able to do, even though it was something that I wanted to do for a long time. Like,
Definitely.
It's just still like, you know, surreal when it first happened, because I've been trying to like, I tried out for like gaming clans when I was like 13, like random ones that weren't even like a real clan or anything. And then, you know, just like that little glimpse of hope that I was looking for when I was young was able to evolve into something bigger when I was older.
That's awesome. It makes me happy, like, seeing you pursue your dreams, you know? That's awesome. And, like, I have an older brother that, like, plays video games. Yeah. And, like, all his friends know you and watch you. I don't know. I just think it's so cool.
Yes. Yes.
You're very good.
My favorite thing is when people, like, when people will come up to me on, like in public, and they'll be like, hey, I watch your streams all the time. I'm like, that means so much.
Especially like the guys, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, like, I never really had like a big male audience, and to see that like some men like actually watch my streams because like they find it entertaining or they find my gameplay entertaining is really cool to me, because I know that a lot of the women out there like watch my streams and enjoy it. Yeah. But I never really had like any like male viewers up until maybe like a year ago.
Who like genuinely like appreciate like what you're doing on there.
I appreciate like the fact that there's like both sides are invested into it.
Definitely.
And I'm like, that's what I'm super stoked about, is because it's like just like being able to grab people from every side of the demographic and bring them into my stream and like have them come up to me in public and say that they enjoy my streams is like a big deal to me.
That's awesome. Yeah, I would love to like get into that and like I don't know, try that out.
It would be super. I think you should just like not even learn how to play games first. You should just set up a stream and hop in a random game and play it for a few hours and just Because
I remember you let me play like sometimes and I get really scared. Yeah. Or like I'll jump. Yeah. I don't know.
And you scream and you like throw shit. Yeah.
That's why I never really got into games, is because like I get like really mad, and I'm an Aries, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's your sign?
Tell the Cancer.
Cancer. I think we're compatible. But sorry, my ADHD. What were you talking about? Oh yeah. So I can never get into video games because I get way too mad, and then I'll just stop, and like you know what I'm saying. So I don't know how like you just keep going, you know.
Oh no, I get really pissed off too.
Really?
Like I'll die in a video game and I'll stand up like out of my chair. I'll throw my headset down. I'll just like one time I did that, and then like, you know, the wall behind the PC, I like slammed my body sideways against the wall. Like I just went flat and just fell on my couch because I was like, I didn't want to like throw out random like just like throw shit. So I was like, all right, better just like injure myself instead. Instead of the parts that are replaceable, I'm gonna injure myself.
Which is so valid.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Because I really like doing that though. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Injuring yourself when after a game, because you know, one time I threw my keyboard at a wall, and then this is actually a really weird story. I threw my keyboard at a wall when I was like 14, and it shattered everywhere. And then one of the pieces of the keyboard flew back into my eye. And like hit my eye, and then I was like groaning. I was like, what the beep?
Were you streaming?
Then, no.
Okay,
and then
that would be
I like
embarrassing.
fell on top of like, because I had a little table in my room, and there was like a table like that high, and I was like holding my eye, and I was like panicking. Like I was like, it hurts so bad, and I just fell on top of the table, and I just sat there and I just laid there for like 10 minutes, just
Really?
thinking about what the hell. Yeah.
What game makes you like the most mad?
Right now it's Apex because
You used to like a tournament.
yeah,
Yeah.
It was so bad. It was
Oh.
so bad. I did so bad.
I'm sure you weren't bad.
No, well, I mean, the fact that like I don't know if this you might not understand what I'm saying because you're not like as cultured as me in
No,
video
totally.
games because I'm like super like way better than you at them and like probably
Yeah.
always will be like no matter how hard you try. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
We'd like drop in a place and we'd like land and there would be like no loot for us, like there'd be no guns that we could grab or no armor or anything, and then all of a sudden we're fighting a team and we kill that team and then another team is already on like shooting at us while we just got done with the fight and then we just died. That's what happened the whole tournament.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Third parties.
Well, I'm always here for you if you rage.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not, but I just want to say it for the camera.
That's
Trust.
fine. No, it's okay.
No, it's okay. We're
No, it's
chilling.
okay.
Yeah. Well, I think a part of like the me time is Vinny's like streaming. I mean, I think you truly like just enjoy
Yeah.
playing games and
I
like
do.
which I love. You know, I love to do. I don't know. I love to like go to the beach. I know you love to go to the beach. I'm trying to like think.
Not with you though.
No, not with me.
At all.
No, you don't like to go with me.
I don't even want to be around you in the first
No,
place.
no, not at all. No,
but yeah, like-
that's why you're getting a place with me, so you can kick me out.
It's actually just so I can like make fun of you the whole time.
Yeah, you kind of need that like guy to just be like, hey, you're so ugly. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah. But yeah, like I'm glad you found your thing, you know?
Thanks.
And do you feel like you can like decompress and like just relax?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes when you're playing games?
Yeah, especially like even though like like rage comes with playing video games and stuff like that, like you get mad that you die or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's still like especially when you're streaming like and you're streaming to people and they see it, like it's still fun.
Yeah.
Because
definitely.
like they're all watching and they laugh at it. You know, if you like die a stupid way, they laugh at it and you just have fun together and you can talk to the whole community that you're streaming to and it's super
Definitely.
fun and it's like I love talking to like and just like feeling like they're all there watching me and talking
Yeah.
to me.
And
You know what I mean?
I also think it's like an escape from the world. You
Yeah.
know, it's just escape from like you like go through so many things, you know,
Yeah.
and just like having that little escape while streaming and like playing games, like your whole like headspace is in this game. You know, it's not you're not constantly thinking, which I think. I mean, there's healthy and unhealthy ways to go about it, but like I think it's healthy to like get your mind off.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you know, like issues in your life, which I
Yeah.
think.
The thing about video games is a lot of people like to portray it as unhealthy,
Yeah.
as an escape to get away from things.
Yeah.
But
Which not at all.
as long as like no, it's not, and as long as you're not like, like getting a lack of sleep or like as long as you're not just like constantly like just using that to make yourself stay awake or like
Definitely.
kind of because you still like the thing about that and about having like me time and like getting an escape from it is like just focusing on the game in the moment and taking your mind off everything else.
Mhm.
So as long as
Totally.
you're not like messing up like other parts of your life with it, then it's like when
Definitely.
you have time to relax,
Definitely.
it's a great way to escape.
Yeah, I think it's like an awesome like coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Like I love watching movies and TV
Yeah.
shows. It's like it takes me away from reality for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Vinny,
Yeah.
what's the hardest thing about being in the social eye?
I think just like people expecting more out of you,
Mhm.
like people like having such high expectations. As of right now, like where I am now, it's gotten a lot better because I was able to grow because of it. But at the same time, you think of it that way, and it's like you have to mature a lot faster, especially
Totally.
at such a young age. Like when I was like 18 and I was just starting to get like people were just starting to put their eyes on me.
Definitely.
They expect a lot out of you, and as a kid who's just like just getting into adulthood, it takes a toll on you for a little bit.
Definitely.
Because people are just like asking a lot of you, and
Mhm.
like obviously in a way like I asked for it by putting myself out there to the public and wanting to be an influencer and whatnot and like stretch that out further. But I didn't, and at first I didn't know that it could be so taxing, having the attention of all these people on you.
Definitely.
And it can be an invasion of privacy.
Definitely.
You know, like trying to go out, like have dinner with your family or whatever, and like at a nice restaurant, and then all of a sudden, you know, there's a bunch of people there taking photos of you.
Especially when you're with a girl or like, you know, that's probably so hard.
Yeah, I mean, the whole girl thing. My point of view on that is just like, as of right now, it's not the right time for me to be in a relationship anyways, or me to be doing anything with anyone in the first place, because I still, you know, I always say to myself that I think that I figured out what direction I want to go to, but I'm still so young that I have so much time to figure out what I want my end game to be.
Definitely.
And this is the time right now to focus on that and to kind of build more of a foundation for myself. So, I mean, you know, as much as being in a relationship could possibly help, having somebody there with you to tell everything and like to help you out and comfort you, it could also, you know, like it could hinder your thought process and kind of like change your point of view on other things that maybe you would have liked to do in the first place before that relationship.
Yeah, it's definitely like good just learn how to be like, which you are so independent, like how to be independent and stuff, you know. I think the best relationship are ones where like you don't depend on each other and like you kind of like just let each other be who you want to be. And then them fully. And that goes for friendships. That goes for any relationship. Like that's what I love about like our friendship is that like we can be like doing our separate things, not have to text each other constantly, and then like hang out. And it's just like we hung out just like yesterday, you know. I don't know. I feel like when we're both independent and able to do our own activities, I don't know, I just feel like it's such a healthier friendship, you know. So you just had a birthday recently.
Indeed.
It was really, really fun. I had a lot of fun, and I think you did too.
I did.
How was it? It
was fun. Yeah, it was really fun. I had my parents fly out, and they spent a week here. Showed up to my birthday, had a little birthday dinner as well, and it was super nice to have everybody there and all my friends there as well. Yeah.
Were any gifts? Any good gifts?
I did get a lot of good gifts. Yeah, I got a lot of brands sent me a bunch of different stuff that I thought was super cool, and all that stuff they sent me I was super grateful for, because I mean, especially at this age, like I don't even know what I want as a gift anymore. Like I can't like comprehend what I would actually like need or want in the first place. Because, you know, I mean, when I was younger, I begged my mom for an Xbox for like 5 years in a row. And, you know, I eventually got it when I was probably like 15 or something like that. And, but like now it's like I'm happy if I get a pair of socks or underwear. Oh. Because I'm like, I always forget to grab new socks and underwear. So this is perfect.
I can get you some underwear.
Thank you.
After this and some socks.
I actually got some the other day.
You actually are probably wearing my underwear. So.
I probably am.
Yeah, that's the one thing we do.
The dirty ones.
My dirty one. And
grabbed them out of your hamper.
I'm wearing your dirty socks. So.
Oh, good. That's perfect.
I wear them every day.
That's good.
Yeah.
Keep it that way.
We do share clothes.
Yeah. No, yeah, we do.
I'll like catch myself. I'll be like, oh, this is Vinny's.
All the time.
These are Vinny's Carhartts. Yeah.
I would never take those shorts as hell.
Yeah, I was gonna say like this. Like you throw away this outfit, but like I'll take your next outfit. You know what I'm saying? Elbow. No, I really like those pants though. They're just sick.
Thanks. I got them from Target.
Ooh, are you serious? What Target?
The Target by the Airbnb in Encino.
Oh my God, those are sick. All right, I'm going to that Target. Okay. I also love your tats.
Thank you.
Tell me about your tats. I like to see it. I like how they're progressing. And
this is my first. These two. So I have this one and that one. Those two are my first. And then, like a lot of them, like some have meaning and some don't. I just got them because I thought they looked cool. I have like a bunch of anime tattoos and stuff like that. This is Lloyd. My mom named him Lloyd. I got this guy for Inked magazine.
I love
when I went
Lloyd.
to New York a while ago, and Yeah, it's a dude with a bird mask on, like a plague mask.
It's totally.
He's just chilling.
And like, I think you needed a dude with a bird mask.
Like, I feel like, that had to be done at some point.
Yeah, I don't think I would with you if you weren't wearing that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then I just have a random gun right here.
As you should.
That's a cool gun. It's a sick looking gun.
Yeah,
throw it on me.
You're carrying 24/7.
Yeah, you know me. Yep. When you can't carry,
just get a tattoo.
Just get a tattoo of it.
That's so true. Yeah. Why do people carry?
Just rip it off.
Just get a tattoo of a gun on yourself.
I mean, I got hand tattoos like a while ago, and my mom was not happy about that at all.
Yeah, I remember you told me.
Yeah, she said that because I was getting a bunch of tattoos all over my arm, and I was like, I had a decent amount of tattoos before I got any on my hand. And my mom was like, you can do them on your arm, your torso, wherever. Just don't put it on your hand or your neck. And I was like, okay. And then I freaking blasted my hands, and my mom, like beforehand, before I got them, my mom was like, if you get hand tattoos, I will kill you.
Really?
And and then I got them, and my mom was flipping out. But for like 1 day,
Maria.
She was flipping out, and then she saw them in person. I went back to Seattle, and she was like, oh, those are cool.
Oh, so she switched up on you.
Yeah, she's
okay,
fake.
Maria.
Mom, you're fake.
Okay.
I'm just kidding, Mom. I love you.
Yeah, Maria, I'm going to get some hand tats. Yeah, what are you going to do about it?
I'm just kidding. I was just kidding. I love you.
He loves you.
So much. I love
What's
you.
your favorite tattoo?
I really like the Guts one. It's
that
from
one's
manga,
sick. I like
Berserk.
That was your first one on that arm.
I think so.
No, I know.
No.
I know.
Okay.
Yep, I remember.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
I really don't care.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
It's either this one or this one.
Oh, that's
it's a
sick.
moon dripping on a guy.
I think we should shout out Arbel. Arbel's awesome.
Arbel, tattoo artist.
So
She's
sweet.
super cool. I've known her for a while. Like, I started getting tattoos.
Is it fine to, or do you want to keep her like?
No.
Okay.
I started getting tattoos from Arbel like 2 years ago when I first moved out. It was probably like a few months after I moved out to LA, and we were getting tatted in her garage.
Oh, really?
At her parents' place, and so we were like getting tattoos from her and just like being homies. And she's like one of the first people that I met out in LA. So
she's one of the coolest people I've ever met.
Yeah, she's super so
cool. I think one of the things I notice about your tats, I love them, but I'm noticing like a lot of other guys in LA are like getting the same tattoos as you.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Well, the thing is like nobody has like the rights to just own like a tattoo style, obviously.
Yeah.
Like patchwork is just like a bunch of people have that. Like that's totally different. If there's kids on social media getting tattoos like this, like they're I'm not gonna say anything because it's not my thing. It's like I didn't create that thing or make it a trend. But I have seen some people like get my exact tattoos in the exact same spots.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
It just freaks me out because I'm like, dude, like.
No, which is so valid. It's like,
it's just,
I don't know. I feel like
honestly though, like as long as it's like not something that means anything to me.
Yeah.
And they have like one.
Yeah.
Or two in the same spot. As mine, like if somebody were to get like this.
Yeah.
And like that.
Yeah.
In the same spot, I'd be like, oh. You know, it's just like, it's a common thing and it's a common placement, whatever.
Yeah, it's
but
like getting like
I've seen people like dudes that don't like follow me or anything post on TikTok my lyrics to my song right here.
Yeah, it's like it's things that like mean so much to you.
And this quote, it's like it says the strong are always kind or whatever. It was from a manga that I read. There's like I know I can tell when somebody doesn't actually like know where it's from, and they just get it because they're like yeah. Is
that insane?
And I saw a dude get this lady and this quote in the same exact spot, and I was just like,
no
that's
way.
just weird. Like,
that is
like
weird
because there's no way that you got these two things.
Yeah, because also it's like it was so much meaning for you.
Yeah,
and then you see someone just.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. I mean, I think it's pretty weird for them.
I'm obviously not going to say anything though, unless there was one person that literally has all of my tattoos in the same spot, like literally all of them, and I was like, okay, that's weird. But otherwise, I haven't said anything to anyone or like, because I mean, whatever. If they choose to do that and next they choose to not be like original with it, that's their choice.
Yeah. Next time I see you, I'm just gonna have a.
That's fine.
Arm with Lloyd.
You're okay.
Lloyd's just gonna be on my arm. That's cool.
That's chill.
Yeah.
If I actually saw like 50 people with this tattoo, I'd be so hyped. And they all named him Lloyd.
Lloyd.
I would actually be so hyped.
Oh my god. So I guess I want Lloyd as a tattoo, but on my butt cheek. I think we've talked about this, but I have 2 stick and pokes on my butt cheek. I got it sophomore year of high school, and I thought they were temporary. But it's not. They're still there and haven't faded at all. But they're still cute. Good. It's a little anchor and a wave in a sun. But I think it would be so cool to have like how you have like a sleeve? Like have like a glove on one butt cheek. Would that not be sick? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to copy all your tats and put it on one butt cheek.
Just smaller.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. Do it.
Oh, that'd be pretty sick. Or just have your face on a butt cheek.
Please don't.
Why?
Next question.
One of the things about this podcast is I like to get deep and talk about like mental health. And I know like we all go through hate on social media. How do you deal with that yourself? I don't think we've really like talked about this.
Yeah.
With hate on social media.
The thing for me was like,
I mean, everyone loves you on social media, but there's always those select few, you know?
There's always going to be people that don't like you no matter how good of a person you are.
Yeah.
Or what you actually like portray and like that you've never done or said. There could be a person that has never said or done anything wrong in their life.
Yeah.
And there will always be somebody that just doesn't like them because they just choose to.
Totally.
And what I did to get through that, I just like, obviously, like I like to sometimes like clap back sometimes.
Yeah.
Which, it's always good to be like, don't respond to them, whatnot. Yeah. But I just do it because sometimes it's fun.
Why not? Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. But most of the time, like at this point, it started rough for me, and I was like, I got to respond to all of the people that are like being annoying and mean, and I have to make sure that they're like seeing it from my perspective, blah, blah, blah. But, you realize later, the more you get into it and the more you figure out about social media as a whole, is no matter how much you explain yourself to somebody, if they don't care about your side of the story, they won't want to change their view on you.
Definitely.
There's no way of convincing, no matter how good of a point you make, there's no way of convincing them that you're not who they say that you are.
Yeah, it sucks. Because, you're such an amazing person, such a genuine, nice human being. And, you're always there for your friends. And, if I see any, hate about you, I'm like, this sucks. You're such a good person. And they have no idea about your life. They have no idea what you went through. And knowing that you have to see any of that, I don't know, There have been a lot of instances where people, they'll make lightly of a situation and make a joke about something that I am deeply affected by, but they don't know it. And my kind of my thought on that is just being every time I see something like that, I'm just they don't know what I went through, but I also don't know what they went through. Yeah.
I'm not gonna, a lot of people choose to be mean or hateful because not that they have a reason per se, but because they have been going through something.
Yeah.
Because nobody chooses to be hateful or mean just because they want to be.
Yeah, there's a reason.
Unless they are actually
assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always
actually like me. I'm just a certified hater. I just like to hate on people because I love
he just hates. He hates me.
It's just it's something that it comes with kind of, it's like a package deal with all
Definitely.
all that comes with social media and influence and entertainment.
And it's we're all human. We all hate, we all love. There's so many emotions we all experience. I don't know, like you kind of like think to yourself and you're like, all right, what do you think this person's going through? They have to be going through something. Why are they taking the time out of the day?
Yeah.
And just,
Just think about how much better you'd feel just by not having to stoop as low as somebody else that,
totally.
trying to bring you down just by words on a keyboard.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel fair,
Yeah.
And, yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry. We've talked a lot about, like, our mental health and anxiety, depression, which I love about you, too. I love so many things about you, Vinny. Oh, my God.
Big fan.
Is that you're very in touch with, like, your mental health. And, but, yeah, how do you deal with, like, depression and anxiety and what you go through?
Well, there's a lot to say about it. Especially because, starting from such a young age, I fell into kind of that whole just like black hole that has all of those different like things that you described, like, depression, anxiety, stress, whatever. I fell into that at such a young age because I just like, sometimes it just happens. Like there's nothing that you can do about it. It just falls upon you. And you think that there's nothing that you can do about it. But the thing that I learned, and I learned it, and some people have gone through this as well, and some people haven't. But my thing is this is like, and when I say this is not the way to go, but when I was younger and I was going through stuff like that, I've never been a person to like confrontation. That I've told you that a lot of times, but so I never ended up reaching out to anybody or trying to get help from anybody at all, not even my parents or my brother or anybody that I was close with, because I was so afraid of me telling them something that would end up having them scared.
Yeah, definitely.
And so my biggest thing was that, like, after being in a situation like that, and being so like alone in your own thoughts, it kind of feels like you're just like floating in a dark space where you can't hear anybody else's opinions about what you have to say.
Yeah.
And especially when you don't reach out to somebody for help, it kind of just drives you into a deeper corner.
Oh, totally.
And I figured that out too late, obviously, because when I was going through stuff like that, I was kind of alone in my own head.
Yeah.
And what that does to some people, and as it did to me, I kind of developed just not trust issues, as some would say, but like I just like developed something as to where like I wasn't able to like show emotion properly.
Totally.
In certain situations, like in sad situations, I wouldn't like show sadness, and in like in light situations, I wouldn't able to like show my appreciation or happiness to those people that made the situation fun or happy or enjoyable to be around. And that's what happens to some people that kind of try to do things on their own without realizing how important other people or talking to other people is.
Oh,
because
totally.
You just like at some point, and this comes off cliche and corny, but it's just because so many people have like said stuff like this, but you come off like, and you end up being like numb to other emotions. And you might not be like for me, I wasn't completely numb per se. I could feel that emotion, but I wasn't able to express it. And when you're not able to get something out like that and not be able to like show yourself, even if you can't show it to other people, you're still not able to show yourself what you're going through, you just have it all in your mind. Like you're feeling sadness, like, a friend passes away and you're not able to cry at their funeral, something like that. With like that's something that had happened to me. I was just sitting there staring blank stare. And this is all because like I wasn't able to express myself and explain to people what I was going through, because and then I learned afterwards, after going through all of that, how important it is to talk to people
definitely
about something that you're going through. And that's what I always try to make that point.
That's awesome.
Whenever somebody asks it, because I've done a lot of I've raised charity for a lot of suicide awareness and
that's awesome.
Whatnot, and I've done a lot of promotion on that end. just to promote, mental health and like
Yeah.
give people more
Definitely.
advice about it. And I talk about it a lot.
And I think, sorry to cut you
No,
off.
go ahead.
And I think, okay, sorry. And I think one of like the people will say like just talk to someone,
Yeah.
but it's not that easy. And I think you're a perfect like representation of that. It's not easy to talk to someone. It can take years. What was that like final switch that like was like, I'm gonna talk to someone? Was it like
My final switch was, it was just like somebody for so long, people would come to me with their problems, not realizing that I was having problems as well.
Yeah.
And they would always come to me for the problems they had, and I'd comfort them. And when I comfort them, I'd know that like what I'm saying to them to help them, I wouldn't actually do myself.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't doing it myself. I wasn't taking my own advice because I want, like, once you fall into that kind of darkness, you just want to sink yourself even deeper.
Definitely.
And it's kind of the mindset that you're in. But what flipped that switch for me was when somebody came to me for help. I helped them the best I could, but then they also asked me how I was feeling. But in depth. Like I've never had somebody actually like keep nudging at me to like tell them what I've been through and like what I'm feeling and how I'm actually feeling, instead of me just being like, oh yeah, I'm fine.
That's awesome.
So that's kind of what was the final push for me and helped me realize that I needed that. It was so good for me to talk to somebody.
Definitely.
And like you said, you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to somebody and it'll all feel better. It takes time to process that.
It's very hard.
And you have to, when you tell somebody, you have to fully let it out.
Definitely.
You can't half-ass it. You can't
Definitely.
just like make some dumb stuff up that isn't actually what you're going. You have to be able to talk to this person and fully trust them.
Definitely.
With your emotions. It's as if they have your emotions in their hands.
Definitely.
And
finding the right people, and it could be
exactly.
anyone, literally anyone, a coach, a teacher, a friend, your parents, like literally anyone, which I love. It's just like literally anyone that you can trust with your emotions, which like I can trust you. And I know that like you've experienced so much. It's knowing that, I think part of talking to people, it's knowing that you're not alone. And that's one of the biggest things is, like when you were going through those like very difficult times, you didn't want to talk to people because it's weird. It's like awkward and you feel like you're the only person that are experiencing these thoughts. But like there's so many other people too that are like experiencing like these same things. And I think, or not even the same things, maybe experiencing similar or, I don't know, just having that person that goes through like the same type of stuff, like
they
makes
have the
you
same experiences as you.
Definitely.
And they know how you feel, but the thing about that is like people always say like, I know how you feel. I've been through that, but one person could be going through the exact same thing or had gone through the exact same thing that you've gone through, but you could be taking it a totally different way. Totally
like, agree.
One or the other, like it depends on who you are and what your mindset is. It could affect this person so much more than the other. So that's why I always say, it was like, I have been through a similar situation, but I'm not in your shoes, and I'm here to listen to how it feels to be in your shoes. Like it's always different for everyone. Person.
I agree. Totally agree.
It's always good to just, when you're talking to someone, if somebody's talking to you, be fully understanding. And don't try to cut them off.
Not like I went through this. Or you know what I'm saying? It's like make it about yourself.
You don't want to be like, I've been through this. I know exactly how to get through it. And you're going to listen to what I have to say. You can't force it upon them. You have to kind of just gauge what they're saying. And kind of like think of ways that could help it. Like think of things that help you. And be like, this is what I did. This is something that you should try. If it doesn't work, this can lead you in a direction to where it's like you will find something that will make it work.
And it's a way of like, it's like a way of saying like, the way you're thinking, you're not alone. You know, it's
like, nothing to be ashamed of. That's what a lot of people think is that depression, anxiety, stress, whatever, it's something to be ashamed of.
Not at all.
And that's not something that, you can't be ashamed of stuff like that, because so many people go through it.
Totally.
And
Everyone.
Nobody's alone.
Totally.
That's the biggest part, is like I said earlier, you feel like you're alone.
Definitely.
When I say that, I mean like you feel like you're alone, but once you're able to get yourself out of that space and you're able to find someone,
Definitely.
all of a sudden it brightens back up again. You have all these people surrounding you, or maybe even just that one person that helped
Definitely.
you so much through it, that is there with you to make you not feel alone anymore in your own mind. So
Definitely. I love that. Well, thank you for always being here for me, especially like during like the very difficult times. I don't know. You were the perfect person to be with. You were just like I don't know, you constantly like checked in, and I don't know, you said like everything right, and we would go like snowboarding. I don't know, just thank you so much for
you need to get
being
our
there.
icon passes.
I know, I forgot about that. Did you get yours yet?
No, I'm gonna get it.
We should get it
right after.
I'm down.
I'm just gonna so I don't forget.
Yeah, let's both do it. All right.
Find a hobby. That
yeah.
helps a lot. Finding hobbies,
Agreed.
distracting your mind, like we were talking about earlier with video games and stuff. Like, just finding a hobby is, if you're not ready, and sometimes it's okay not to be ready to talk to somebody, but don't put it off for too long. As soon as you feel like you have that little glimpse of hope to talk to somebody, go for it.
Totally.
But in the meantime, get a hobby and take yourself away from everything.
Totally. And while making a hobby or finding a hobby, you might meet people to talk to,
Similar interests always
Yeah.
helps.
Thank you for talking to me about like mental health. I always love talking to you. I think one of the biggest things that we can do is just keep opening up the dialogue of mental health and keep talking about it, normalize it. Just let's both keep talking about it, Moving on from that deep conversation, let's play a game. Are you down?
I'm ready.
All right.
You are.
So we're going to play Never Have I Ever. Have you played before?
Of course.
Awesome. You guys know how this works. We're going to start with 5 fingers up and go back and forth with scenarios. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Never have I ever had chicken pox. Monkeypox? Okay.
Never have I ever surfed in California.
You've never surfed in California?
Not here, no.
What? Oh my God, I need to take you.
We need to go soon.
I'm down. Oh my God, we need to go. Never have I ever done a 24-hour stream or streamed. What? Are you serious?
Did you
Okay.
put one down if you've done that?
Yeah, good
Oh,
job.
okay,
Yeah.
so I did. Okay. Never have I ever flown in a helicopter.
Oh, no, helicopter.
I feel like you would have done that.
Okay.
Fucking.
Is there something wrong with that? Yes, like that. Never have I ever gotten a DM from a celebrity.
Yeah, you have.
Huh?
Yeah, you have.
I don't know. Yeah, put it down. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Drama alert.
Oh yeah, can you expand on that?
No. I will not be expanding. Never have I ever been to Germany.
You've been to Germany.
Nope.
Aren't you German?
What?
Are you not German?
No.
You're not?
No.
Are you serious?
I don't think so. I actually need to deliver my ancestry DNA test in the
You
mail
should.
today.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I don't know. It was sitting in my closet for like 8 months, and I never did it.
And if you're German, doesn't mean you have to go to Germany. I don't know what I said that.
You're German?
You're literally German.
You're
never
German. You've never been to Germany? It's like,
That doesn't make sense.
it's
Hello?
like, I'm Italian. I've never been to Sicily.
Never have I ever.
Maybe I have. Sorry, go.
Never have I ever driven stick shift.
Never have I ever flown on a private jet.
Ooh, thanks, Charlie.
Really, Charlie?
Yeah, really.
Come on.
Yeah. Never have I ever gotten a nose piercing.
Never have I ever done a gainer off of a cliff higher than 10 feet. I win.
Hey, woohoo! Do you want to go cliff jumping soon?
Yes, we have to.
I'm down.
Malibu or something.
Yeah, in the boo. Okay, you guys, that should do it for today's episode. Thanks so much for listening to the new podcast. Thank you to my guest, Vinnie. You're amazing. Everybody's gonna love you, obviously, because I love you. Vinnie, where can everyone find you? Do you have a social media presence?
I have a social media presence.
Okay.
You can find me on Twitch at Vinnie.
Awesome.
You can find me on TikTok at Vinnie Hacker. You can find me on Instagram at Vinnie Hacker.
Yep.
You can find me on Twitter at Vinnie Hacker. I could
Awesome.
go on.
Yeah,
but I'm
you
not
can
going
keep
to
going.
because that would be really awkward.
That's awesome. He is a small creator, so go give him a little follow, please. And I'll be back next week with another episode. Subscribe to Past Your Bedtime YouTube channel for the video version of this episode and all streaming platforms for the podcast. See you guys next time. Wait, bye. Wait for the camera. Bye.